On today's show, who's going to have more motivation in Luka's return game to Dallas? Luka or Anthony Davis? I'll tell you, today's Locked On Mavs.
I'm going to get a city like that.
Dogs, all of us, all five.
You are Locked On Mavs,
Great,
your daily Dallas Mavericks podcast.
No one's dying.
Part of the Locked On Podcast Network.
Still can't leave me alone.
Your team every day.
Gotta be born with it, dogged up.
And welcome. You are locked on to the Dallas Mavericks, your team every day. My name is Nick Angstadt, media member covering the Dallas Mavericks for 10 years. Thanks for being in every day, making Locked On Mavs your first listen. Joining me, as always, co-host, media member covering the Dallas Mavericks for 10 years. Right next to me, the return reject, the one more thinking. What you got for me, Isaac Harris?
It's the day before the game. I don't know what to feel about this game, honestly. It feels weird. I told you this yesterday, but it feels like Luka's been like playing for like the Slovenian national team, and he's about to just come back and okay, cool. Like we're back to Mavs season.
Or like in the Premier League, how they're on loan. Like he's on loan to the Lakers, and he's just gonna come back. Like
it's still just so weird because I hate the Lakers so much, and yet we rooted for this guy for so long, and I know it's been a while. It just doesn't feel real still.
It doesn't feel real, but we're on the eve of it. If you are listening to this early enough, we've got a live show coming Tuesday night, 7 p.m. at Four Corners Brewery. We'll be there hanging out, doing our show. We'll do some Q&A. We'll do a big thing. Slightly will be there with us as well, so come join us there. But today's episode, let's get into some big questions about the game itself and about what's going to happen. What do we think about Nico? How will the fans react? Is this going to be a home game for the Lakers? But let's start here. Who is more motivated in this game, Luka or Anthony Davis? Because a lot of the talk is going to be about everything around the game. The story will be about everything around the game surrounding it, how fans are feeling, how fans react, what fans do, what chants are said, what protests happen, anything that goes on around the game, who gets kicked out. I mean, I don't know what's going to happen. Who knows? I've not seen like a protest like gathering like I did in the first game against the Rockets, right? Like there hasn't been this groundswell, at least on social media, of people getting together to plan a certain protest. Maybe it's happening and I just have not seen it.
Almost set that combo out.
But at least for you set it up. At least for the game itself, I'm very curious to see in a basketball sense, who's more motivated? Luka to come back to show Nico, Patrick Dumont if he's there, and whoever else, this is what you're missing, and to go fully scorched earth, or Anthony Davis, who we saw in that Rockets game, came in and said, I've got something to prove to this fan base. I want to give the city life back and prove to Nico and the coaching staff and all that you guys picked the right guy. And I don't know who wins it at this point.
Okay, I'm gonna answer it, and then I'm gonna like do a caveat like twist to your question too. I think
classic Isaac.
Yeah, no, this is awesome. I think the more motivated person is Luka, but I think the person with the most to gain is AD. Like
that's fair.
In a way, I think it's kind of like Luka doesn't have anything to like gain on Wednesday because everybody in the world knows that this outside of Nico, how bad this trade was and all this stuff. And he's had all these, these memories and stuff in Mavs history to show us how great he is. I do think he's going to be a little extra motivated. It just wouldn't. This is the fun part of Luka, right? He's the entertainer. We've talked about the good and the bad of Luka, the entertainer, of the emotions and everything. But man, he loves these moments. He loves, the type of he's never been in a moment like this before. But I mean, the talking smack, the stare downs to Jason Kidd is gonna happen. I mean, just imagine the only thing this is what you have to go back to, and this is why we're gonna have this conversation again and later on this episode as far as the impact of having AD in this lineup tonight or tomorrow. The only thing that saved it from being a complete like insane atmosphere like moment was the fact in that first like Lakers or that first like Rockets game, for AD and them, the first home game was AD having this incredible half.
Yeah.
And that just, it shut everything up. The crowd, like all the stuff, and everybody was like in it and excited. I'm here, like all the stuff. And it's like, for the Mavs, that was the exact thing you needed to start that game. Can you imagine this game starting off with Luka hitting a couple threes and just yapping and and the place is going nuts. I mean, I just don't know. So I just think the most motivated person in the building on that night is going to be Luka Doncic, because he just wants to put on a show. Not to prove it.
Dallas, a city in turmoil.
Not to prove anything. I don't think he has to prove anything. And I don't think he's going and say, I got to prove him wrong. I think he wants to go in there and say, I want to put on a show for the city that loves me. And let's make you feel regret on top of that too.
Yeah, it's almost like what's a better motivator, fear or like encouragement? You know what I mean? Because like Anthony Davis has this, he's on the side of, I've got to prove something to this fan base for fear that they never accept me, or that they never move on, or that this becomes just miserable to be here. Luka has the motivation of to show love and to give love back to a city that gave him so much love. It's like, which one's a better motivator, right? Like he used this as a manager or as a parent probably, or anything. He used those different tactics, and I'm curious which one will win out. To me, I think Anthony Davis will have more motivation. Seeing him in that Rockets game, I think Luka will accept the love and all that. And I think he'll obviously be motivated. I'm not saying he won't be, but he'll be motivated to go at kid or whatever. But Anthony Davis, this is like, I think this is going to be a Lakers home game. Lakers Mavs games are already well attended by Lakers fans. There's tons of Lakers jerseys all over the place. Obviously, there's been Luka Lakers jerseys like smattering in the crowd the entire time since he's been traded, since the very first game. The first game when he got traded, I saw a Luka Lakers jersey. Like it's happened. I think a bunch of people are going to want to come out and make this game and prove that, that the Mavs messed up, that Nico Harrison made a terrible mistake. I think they're going to want to prove that too. And I've heard a lot of season ticket holders have sold their tickets to this game.
Yeah, but it's because it's also like we spent 7 years falling in love with this guy. And then it's like this breakup happens.
He's engaged. So
okay. And then this breakup happens. And it's like, hey, it's not you, it's me. And all the stuff, the jerseys and all the Luka stuff goes into the shoebox in the closet. Oof. And now for this game, the shoebox is coming back out. People are going to show up to this game to cheer on, not the Mavs, but for Luka. Like there's going to be Mavs fans there for sure. But like there's going to be people that, hey, I've given up on the Mavs, but I'm coming back for this game. I mean, how many people was like written to us in comments, DMs, texts, or whatever, and it's like, hey, love you guys. This will be my last Mavs game. I've been kind of out on, but I'm going to be for this game. And it's like, because this game's such a big deal, I think fans want to make a statement too by saying, hey, like we've fallen in love with this guy for 7 years, so we want to show him how much we love him. And
many of you that have said those comments have come back, by the way. Thank you for coming back and being part of the Raccoons.
A lot of you have come back, so thank you.
Have come back. Yeah, but that is the sentiment. And so last year, this is going to be a wild analogy. Last year, I went to the Wings Fever game, and it was Caitlin Clark coming into town, playing at the College Park Center. It was legitimately 50-50. Caitlin Clark and Fever fans and Wings fans. It was one of the weirdest atmospheres I'd ever been a part of, because Caitlin Clark just has such a fan base, such a wild fan base across the entire world, basically. And every basket got a cheer. Every single one of them. It was one of the weirdest experiences I've ever been in an arena.
Just wait till Paige is here, though.
Where I think it'll be even more. They're playing that game. The Paige versus Caitlin game is going to be in the American Airlines Center. I think that's going to be even more. And so I think for this game, it's going to be something like that, where just every basket gets a cheer. The Mavs score. The Mavs fans that are there will cheer. Luka or the Lakers score. The Luka fans will cheer. It's just going to be so weird. And I think Anthony Davis is going to be motivated to prove something out there. Obviously, Luka will be motivated as well. It'll be wild and hopefully pretty fun to watch those two battle it out and to try and prove themselves in whatever way they feel like they need to in front of those Mavs fans, the Luka fans, and all that. Coming up, where's Nico going to sit? Where's he going to be? Will there be Fire Nico chance? Will he finally show his face? We've got a bunch of questions about this. We'll talk about that and more coming up. Today's episode of Locked On Mavs brought to you by Robinhood Gold. With Robinhood Gold, you can now enjoy the VIP treatment, receiving 3% IRA match on retirement contributions. The privileges of the very privileged are no longer exclusive. With Robinhood Gold, your annual IRA contributions are boosted by 3%. Plus, you also get 4% APY on your cash in non-retirement accounts. That's over 8 times the national savings average. The perks of a high net worth are now available for any net worth. The new gold standard is here with Robinhood Gold. To receive your 3% boost on annual IRA contributions, sign up at robinhood.com/gold. Investing involves risk. Rate subject to change. 3% match requires Robinhood Gold at $5 a month for 1 year from the first match. Must keep funds in IRA for 5 years. Go to robinhood.com/boost. Over 8 times the national average savings account interest rate claim is based on data from the FDIC as of November 18, 2024. Robinhood Financial LLC member SIPC. Gold membership is offered by Robinhood Gold LLC.
Shut it down! Let's go home!
Thanks for hanging out with us on Locked On Mavs, being part of the show, part of what we call the Raccoon Squad, our listeners. Raccoons all over the place. Appreciate each and every one of you for checking out the show. We have a daily newsletter, LockedOnDaily.com. We are still the number one newsletter in all of Locked On, but we've got to keep it up. We got to keep it up. Subscribe. You get Locked On Mavs insights sent to your inbox daily. It's free. You
Keep it up, Nick. Keep it up.
you gotta send it. We can send it to you every day. Fantasy, basketball insights, as well as NBA, all that kind of stuff. And it's free. So subscribe to it. It helps us out, all that. LockedOnDaily.com and subscribe to Locked On Mavs newsletter. All right, Isaac. We got big questions about this Mavs game. One of the biggest questions that we started to write some questions, and you were like, where's Nico gonna sit? And I'm curious about this because Nico Harrison is the one person that is happy about this trade. Dumont maybe as well, but Dumont just feels like he just signed off on it and didn't really know what he was doing. Nico Harrison is the one person that's happy about this trade. And he has not been a prominent figure at Mavericks games this whole time since the trade has happened. We talked about the death threats that were legitimate. We talked about the security he had to hire. And the games that I've seen him at, he's been around. He's walked around the court a little bit pregame. He's, talked to some people and met with some people. Then he goes back into the tunnel. And then we've seen him in that tunnel right behind the scorers table, just kind of sitting there hanging out, not sitting in the suite, not sitting in the seats that we normally see Mavs front office people in. He's just been kind of hanging out in that tunnel. Is there any chance he shows his face at this game?
I think he does pregame. Because ever since that Rockets game, that was one he didn't really come to. He has been more prominent pregame, doing his
rounds.
Yeah, because the thing he was hired for is relationships. So I mean, I vividly remember when the Lakers came to town, was it last year, and just sitting there watching him and Anthony Davis on the scores table together forever, chopping it up, all this stuff. I even took a video of it on my phone, but then I was like, do I post it? And then everybody's gonna be like eyes emoji. And then I didn't, and I just held on to it.
Should have.
Now
you should post it now.
But I think he shows pregame, but then I think he's gone. I think he watches it from a office or something in the back, especially if it's bad.
He's just going to be there's going to be such attention drawn to him from people. I think we've seen the fire Nico chants, and there's some people that are still trying to carry it on, but it's quelled. There hasn't been as many.
It will be back.
It will be back for this.
It will
game.
Be the loudest it's ever been at this game. That's one of my predictions. Yeah, I
don't think security will be able to kick out enough people to make it not happen, and so that's why I think that he won't want to put fuel on the fire. Right? He gets seen. He gets yelled at. Somebody points it out. Some dummy like me posts where he is in the arena, a picture of him or something. Oh, gosh. And then all of a sudden it becomes a thing, and he becomes a main character in all this.
You should tweet out hey, I just saw Nico in line for a hot dog at Concourse, section 1, and just see people flock.
Just see how many people flocked. He was sitting in a seat though at that Lakers Mavs game.
Yeah, in LA. I mean, that's what arena loves him more right now than that arena.
Exactly, which is why I wanted to bring that up, because it's insane and shows how crazy this trade actually was, that he can sit there in LA and be totally fine. And
and something we did,
his home arena.
Something we didn't mention a while ago about this game feeling like a home game for the Lakers, in which this is literally going to be like an atmosphere that we've never seen before. There are fan bases that bring, that carry a lot of fans and stuff when they come to town. We've seen it for years now, especially like players, not just like teams, but like players too. The Steph Curry fans, LeBron fans. We didn't even mention LeBron fans a while ago. Like it's Luka fans and Lakers fans in general and LeBron fans. Like how many people would reach out to us, and be like, hey, you got any ticket hookups? LeBron's coming in.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
And it's just like, it's LeBron, Lakers, and Luka's return. I mean, is 60-40 Lakers like in the arena? Is that too low?
It's hard to do. It's hard to do in an NBA arena because there's just so many people, but I think it could be.
Okay.
I would never have thought that it could be possible because it's just so there. It's just how can there be that many fans in one area? But when I saw that Caitlin Clark game against the Wings, and the Wings have an okay fan base, but it's not like a huge fan base. To see that was legitimately 50-50, I was so surprised.
Because there's a difference between,
and I think it could be like that.
Yeah, there's a difference between like the Chargers not having fans.
Yeah.
When teams come into town, because they're just like, we don't care. This one's like, hey, you're gonna get outnumbered by your own fans, like because some of your own fans have turned, like, and it's more of anger instead of not caring type. So that's why it's like it's such a, I don't know.
What other questions you got about this game?
So is this why everyone's back? Like, is this why
injury wise players?
Yeah. What part of your brain thinks that AD, Gafford, and Lively, and they're like full force, like everybody is back because they had to have, because they know that without those three on the court and you're rolling out a full tanking lineup to where you're going to get blown out of the arena, and you're rolling out Dinwiddie and like Kai Jones and Kessler Edwards, or
poor old Klay Thompson.
Like you're rolling those guys out without any bigs and everything against this, like this is a recipe for, like, I don't know, like
You think they only brought those guys back from injury just for this specific game?
I don't think it's only, but it wouldn't shock me if you gave some truth serum and say, hey, if the Lakers weren't on the schedule post trade, would these guys be back?
They just shut it down. I think they are motivated because they are still in the play-in. They do still have some kind of chance. And so I think that it is. So to me, it's like a 80-20 thing. Like 80%, okay, they're still playing for something, but there's 20% chance in me that's like
80 still would have fought to come back.
This game.
But maybe they put their foot down when 80 was like pushing to come back, and it's like the stories are coming out and it really makes AD like, and it's like, no, they don't want him to play, but he really wants to play. Would they have like put their foot down a little harder and be like, sorry, we love that you want to play, but no.
Well, and also Lively's been on a 15-minute restriction. Like usually a guy comes back and is on a 20, like AD's on a 28. Like they maybe brought back Lively a little early just to get
Lively's playing like 25.
they brought Lively back just a little earlier than he probably should have, just to like, that's my conspiracy. This is not cited or sourced anything. They probably brought him back a little early just to get his legs under him a little bit so that he's ready for this game. My conspiracy tinfoil hat brain feels that.
All right, I have more questions.
Go for it.
This one I didn't send to you, but I just now thought of it. Can they convince Dirk to be there?
Oh, I think Dirk will be there.
Do the Mavs trot him out as like a, hey, cheer?
Oh, that would. You know what?
Front row. The call's already been made, right? Sorry. Hey, Dirk, tell me what seat you want on the court. We'll put you at half court, all right? Like on the court.
Abso-effing-lutely, the Mavericks will do this. The way that they have handled this the entire time will scream that they would do something where Dirk is on the jumbotron, or welcome to Dallas, the MVP
2011 flashback video.
To try and get some guy. Can they get all of them? Can Tyson Chandler be in attendance? Can we get JJ Barea to hang out? Can we get
honor that team
all
at
the
halftime.
2011 back? What's Sean Marion doing right now? Right? Like, can we get them all back?
Right.
Some kind of distraction. I would not put it past this Mavericks team. And on any other NBA team, I'd be like, that's kind of cheap. That is cheap putting out your legend out there. But this Mavericks team, the way they've handled this, I would not put it past them.
Dirk's got to be there.
I think he'll be there, and I think that's just Dirk was there for Luka's first game against the Mavericks in LA, and we talked about that a lot. But I think he'll be there just to support and to be
It's
there.
like a big Lakers run. They're like, find Dirk now, put him on the jumbotron, like put him up. Let's honor him. Put the lower third up. Put it up.
Honestly, I believe that about this franchise right now.
Run the 2011 highlight clip now. Run it.
Lefty layup is good.
Oh man! All right, I have so many more questions.
Oh, it's just it's so frustrating that this is where we become. I had so much faith in this franchise like a year ago at this point. The Mavs are going on this run. They had added pieces that they needed. They didn't trade for Kyle Kuzma when they went and got PJ and Gafford, and they were on a run. We were excited to see them in the playoffs. I had so much faith in Nico, and now here we are at this point where it's just 100% different in everything that I think about this team right now. Coming up, lots more questions about this game, and we'll make our predictions about what we think happens. We'll talk about that and more coming up. Today's episode of Locked On Mavs brought to you by, unironically, BetterHelp Therapy. We're having a therapy session, an unofficial therapy session at our live show, but you can have one in person or you can have one online with BetterHelp. In person and traditional therapy sometimes costs $100 to $250 per session. That can be super expensive and obviously add up. That's where BetterHelp comes in. With online therapy, you get quality care at a price that makes sense, saving you time and money. Therapy isn't just for life's toughest moments, like maybe the star player coming back and maybe dominating your team at some point. We'll see. It can help with everyday stress, learning how to set boundaries or develop positive coping skills. Having access to support when you need it can make a giant difference in your life. Your well-being is worth it. Visit BetterHelp.com/LockedOnNBA today to get 10% off your first month. Choose yourself and choose therapy. That's BetterHelp. BetterHelp, HELP.com/LockedOnNBA.
Shut it down! Let's go home!
I'm not playing. I'm watching, just like you guys.
All right, Isaac, what other questions do you have about this Luka return game?
Who scores more points, Luka or AD?
Luka for sure. Well,
Really?
You know what? Anthony Davis against Jackson Hayes or Luka against PJ. I think I'm going to take AD on this one.
I was going to say, I'm actually going to take AD. I know the popular thing will be like, hey, Luka's going to put up 55 on him. And he might.
We thought he would when it was the LA home game too.
I think it's more likely that Luka puts up like an insane triple-double. If I could put money on anything, it's Luka triple-double on Wednesday.
Like 60, 20, and 10. Like,
okay. Did he do that in the Mavs jersey? Wow.
yes. Do you think he had the work ethic to do that again?
Culture.
Did you see that stat that got posted that I reposted today?
What was the stat?
Luka Doncic already has the most 30-point games in a season by a Lakers guard since Kobe Bryant in 2013.
Oh wow. Is that more?
And I quote tweeted and I said, "But does he have the work ethic?"
Oh, yeah.
Ridiculous that I cannot believe that they traded him. But here we are.
All right, I have another one.
Go.
What is the first take segment on Thursday morning?
Can they dip back into the Mavericks are crazy? Actually, it's just going to be reactionary. This is what it's going to be reactionary. Mavericks win the game. The tide turns and Anthony Davis goes off. Let's say that happens. Nico Harrison, somebody's got to take Nico Harrison, actually, he's got something here. Look at Luka's injuries over the last couple of years, and they start to go over that.
Did Pelinka make the wrong bet? Yeah.
Yeah, because it does have to be Lakers related. You're right.
Yeah.
And then, obviously, if the Lakers win, Shannon Sharp's going to do his he's gonna do, what did he say the other day about OKC?
Is he on first take now? I can't remember which one he's on.
Yeah, he is. He's on
Okay.
all of them. Yeah, he picked the he picked the Lakers to beat the Thunder in the playoffs recently.
Wow. Yeah, somebody sent me a Gilbert Arenas clip today. I'm like,
This is-
you know what
After
I
the-
will not click on? That.
After the Lakers beat the Thunder the other day, he's at Lou Dort, Airport, Seaport, Taylorport, Lakers in 5. That's what he'll say
That's
when
funny.
if the Lakers beat the Mavericks.
Yeah, if the Lakers beat the Mavs, it's gonna be something, just no. If the Lakers beat the Mavs, it's gonna be Kyrie's going to the Lakers this summer.
They don't need him. They have Reeves.
I know, but that's what it's gonna be. It's gonna be Stephen A or one of them saying, "Hey, you think it's bad now? Wait till the summer when Kyrie's eyeing LeBron and his buddy Luka. He's got 2 friends in LA. He's going to go over there and form this."
Kyrie's agent, who happens to be his stepmom, who I am good friends with. Like Stephen A does that whole thing.
Anyway, I can see that. All right, what do you think this game prediction is going to be?
I do not think the Mavericks will win this game. I do not. The Lakers have.
Are you a true MFFL?
If I don't believe, I shouldn't be here. So maybe I should just roll off. Just roll off screen. The Mavericks do not have the defensive perimeter guys, or their defense rolling enough to handle Reeves, Luka, and LeBron the way that they can score, pass, and score at all 3 levels. That the Thunder couldn't hold that the other night. And yeah, maybe the Thunder aren't as motivated, but the Thunder have the best defense in the NBA by 3 points per 100 possessions. That's insane. That Lakers team can't, and they have to hit their threes. Obviously, they did the other night against the Thunder, but I don't think the Mavericks perimeter defense is going to be able to hold up against those 3 guys, and I think it's going to be really tough for them.
Yeah.
I take the vibes all the way down.
The Mavs got to win the rebounding battle.
Time is a flat circle.
They're gonna have the bigs in this game. You gotta slow this game down. Give me the Mavs by 5.
That's it. It's me versus the machines. The Matrix is taking over.
We've replaced Isaac with an AI bot because he now thinks rebounds matter. It only took him 3 years.
I'm scared for what this game could turn into. Like if the Lakers get up by like 20, I don't even know what.
I mean, at that point, if the Lakers do run away with it, it then just becomes there'd be some chance and stuff like that. But I think the energy would kind of be taken out of the room that it's just not fun. You know, it's like
I know. I'm hoping it's not a
just
blowout.
sad. Mavs just going out sad, right? Like hopefully it's not that.
I hope that it's like a really good game. It has the potential. If it's a good game, the atmosphere could be insane for most of the game, and we just don't get that unless it's like playoff game. This is the this game will be more will matter more and will be more playoff atmosphere than whatever happens in that one playoff game, play-in game.
I will say this: the Mavericks themselves will be motivated in a game like this.
Oh yeah.
Think about all the comments we've heard. PJ saying we're sick of hearing the fire Nico stuff. They're going to hear it all. Their home arena is going to be taken over. And all the stuff I just said about schematically, it's going to be hard for the Mavericks to defend them. They're going to come out motivated. And when a team is motivated, you look at PJ against the Thunder, right? Like when a team is motivated and people are motivated, they can come out and do things you didn't think and expect. And so if the Mavericks do win the game, it's because everybody at each of their individual positions steps up because they're wanting to show the Mavericks fans and the non-Mavericks fans something.
Yeah, I mean, make Dorian threes beat you. You know, it's
that made me sad too.
I know. You know, Dorian and Maxi's going to be here, so people don't even talk about Maxi.
Still out. Maxi's still out. Do you think they've been saving him?
He's probably going to still show up though.
No, he'll be there. Yeah.
If I'm the Mavs, I'm bringing two. I'm like blitzing Luka. I'm doing the whole make the other guys hit shots. I don't care if you lose by 25. Make Gabe Vincent, give Gabe Vincent and Dorian and these guys wide open 3-pointers before Luka puts up 50 on you.
Gabe and who?
Dorian.
You know, Bang Bros. Trying to keep it. Oh, the Bang Bros.
What a throwback. The Bang Bros. Gosh, those were the good old days, grandchildren.
We have to do the Andy Bernard. Like, it's just what you would have told me that we were in the
I'm
good
up
old
on
days.
here, the front porch, kid. Let me tell you about the good old days.
Tell them about. Remember in the 2022, they went to the Western Conference Finals, and Brunson told us at Media Day that they.
Oh man.
All right.
Well,
Well,
join
T
us
minus
at Four
48.
Corners.
T minus 48 hours till we can stop whining about this, according to some YouTube commenters that think we're still whining about
Guys,
this.
these are the last few days heading up to Luka's return to Dallas. If there's
It's
ever a
gonna
time
happen.
that you have to talk about it. Every national show is going to be talking about it. We're hosting a live show to talk about it.
That's right.
At a brewery here in Dallas, Four Corners. So be there.
Come hang
Show
out.
up, 7 o'clock.
Incredible burgers, drinks, all kinds of good stuff. We'll be there. Me, Isaac Slightly. We'll have some fun. We'll hang out. We'll take pictures. We'll do all kinds of great stuff. Guys, thanks for hanging out with us with Locked On Mavs. We'll have two. If you're not in DFW, you can't go to the live show. We'll have 2 shows tomorrow. So check back on the feeds. Thanks so much for listening to Locked On Mavs.
Peace out.